Welcome to Facts, Fiction and Faraway Lands, your Friday ticket to wonder, words and the wide world. Why do my feet stink sometimes? Well, here's the smelly secret. Tiny creatures called bacteria live on your feet. Don't worry, they're so small you'd need a microscope to spot them. Now, what are these little guys doing down there? They're busy munching on the dead skin cells and the oils that come out of your skin. It's like an all-you-can-eat buffet for bacteria. The problem is, when they eat, they also leave behind smelly stuff, and that's what makes your feet stink. So the next time your shoes smell funny, just remember, it's not really you, it's the bacteria having a party on your feet. A long time ago, the sea was not salty at all. Its waters were fresh and sweet to drink. How it became salty is a story full of kindness, greed, and magic. In a small village lived Sridhar, an orphan boy. He stayed with his elder brother Keshav and sister-in-law Leela. While Keshav was gentle and quiet, Leela was harsh, selfish, and unkind. She gave Sridhar little food, overworked him, and found ways to trouble him every day. Keshav never stood up to his wife, and Sridhar quietly bore the mistreatment. One evening, Leela ordered Sridhar to catch firewood. He worked hard, bundled up the wood, but returned home a little late. Furious, Leela scolded him and cruelly sent him back into the dark forest, refusing to let him in without the firewood. Alone and afraid, Sridhar wandered through the dense trees. That's when he saw a strange sight. A circle of dwarfs dancing joyfully around a fire. At first, the dwarfs ignored him. But soon, an old dwarf with a long white beard invited him to join. Sridhar, shy and unsure, stayed aside, but when he noticed the fire dying down, he chopped his wood into smaller pieces and kept feeding the flames. All night, the dwarfs danced while Sridhar tended the fire. By dawn, the dwarfs were delighted. Grateful for his help, they gave him a gift, a plain-looking fan. "Whenever you want something," said the old dwarf, "wave this fan and ask. To stop it, whisper, 'Enough, enough, enough.'" Then, in a flash, they vanished. Curious, Sridhar tried it. "Give me a hot meal," he said. Suddenly, dishes of delicious food appeared before him. He quickly said, "Enough, enough, enough," and the magic stopped. For the first time in years, Sridhar ate to his heart's content. He decided not to return to his cruel sister-in-law, but instead settled in a town near the sea, where he built a house and lived happily, never lacking for anything. Now the news of his prosperity reached Keshav and Leela. Envious, they visited him. Sridhar, as kind as ever, welcomed them warmly and let them stay. That night, Leela, burning with greed, pressed Keshav to discover his brother's secret. When Sridhar explained about the fan, Keshav told Leela, and her eyes glittered with desire. That very night, while everyone slept, Leela forced Keshav to steal the fan and the valuables. They ran to the harbor and boarded a ship that was about to sail. To the captain, Leela lied. My husband is a salt merchant. These bags are full of salt. The next day, ship's cook ran out of salt and complained. The captain, remembering the so-called salt merchant, asked Keshav for some. Nervously, Keshav and Leela went to a corner of the deck, waved the fan and said, "Give us salt." Instantly, sacks of salt began falling from the sky. But they did not know the magic words to stop it. They shouted, "Stop! Halt! Enough already!" But the fan did not listen. The salt kept pouring heavier and heavier until the ship sank. The sea swallowed all the salt. Even when the dwarfs finally intervened to stop the fan, the seawater had already turned salty. And from that day to this, the sea has never lost its saltiness. This week, we travel to Finland in Europe. The capital of Finland is Helsinki. Here's the world map with Finland marked out for you. Fun facts. A land of 1,000 lakes. Finland is often called Land of 1,000 Lakes. But guess what? That's a big understatement. There are not just 1,000 but more than 1,88,000 lakes. That's almost 1 lakh for every 30 people in the country. Imagine walking in any direction and finding a shiny blue lake nearby. Some small like a giant swimming pool, others so big they look like oceans. In winter, many of these lakes freeze and children can skate on them like sparkling ice rinks. In summer, families swim, fish, or take little boats across them. It's like living in a land made of water and magic. Another fun fact. Here's something super magical. In the far north of Finland, sun doesn't set at all in summer. For weeks, it shines all day and all night. Imagine looking at the clock. It says 11 p.m. But outside, it is still as bright as afternoon. Kids play football, ride bicycles, and even eat ice cream at midnight without needing a torchlight. Bedtime feels so funny when your window glows with sunlight. It's like nature is saying, "Go on, have a never-ending play day." The soapy story of shampoo. Of course, you know the word shampoo. Use the word and the product almost every week, don't you? But here's a surprise. The word comes from India. It began with the Sanskrit word champu, which means to press or to massage. Long ago, people in India would grind up herbs, mix them with water and massage this paste into their scalp to clean their hair. No fancy bottles, no bubbly foam, just nature's recipe for fresh, shiny hair. As time passed, the idea traveled across the world. People loved it so much that they began to make it commercially. They added colorful liquids, sweet perfumes, and packed it all into the bottles you see lined up in stores today. So the next time you squeeze out a blob of shampoo, remember, it's not just soap for your hair, it's a little gift of India to the world. Let's learn a new word, Yelp. We spell it as Y-E-L-P. A yelp is a quick, high-pitched cry, like a little squeak of surprise or pain. Dogs often yelp when they are excited, want attention, feel scared, or get hurt. For example, a puppy might yelp happily when it sees its food bowl or yelp ouch if someone accidentally steps on its paw. But people yelp too. Imagine touching a hot pan by mistake and you might let out a sharp yelp of pain. Or if a friend suddenly shouts "Boo!" behind you, you could yelp in surprise. So whether it's a dog or a human, a yelp is just a quick way of saying, "Something startled me." Riddle of the week. I am always in front of you but can't be seen. What am I? Your future. Have a very bright future, everyone. That wraps up another magical stop in facts, fiction, and faraway lands. Until next time, keep wondering. If you loved today's journey, don't forget to tap like, hit subscribe, and share it with your family and friends. Let's spread the magic of learning. Bye, Story Explorers. See you.